Hey there, welcome. Welcome to Rise and Receive. This is an opportunity in your day to stop whatever you're doing and explore how to receive fulfillment in your life by unlearning struggle. So today we are on tip number 8 on releasing the resistance that blocks what you want. So I've been doing a whole series. You can go back and check my Facebook posts or my YouTubes above or below, and I've got links to all of the other tips. And today's tip on releasing resistance so that you can open up to receive more of what you want, I'm calling it trade black and white thinking for green thinking. That just came to me today when I was thinking about how can I really describe this in a fun, easy to remember sort of a way. So if you already know that you are a black and white thinker, or you can resort to black and white thinking, which is all or nothing thinking, can really create resistance that blocks you from receiving what you want. And I invite you to think about something that you want, maybe something you're working towards, or something that you'd really like to see come true in your life or manifest. And think about if you might be falling into black and white thinking, all or nothing thinking, like, well, it isn't here, so it's not happening, as opposed to being able to see evidence that it's actually happening. And as we talk about today's tip, then you're going to get to see how that's related to what I call green thinking instead of black and white thinking, and how really powerful, important it is to actually open up to more of what you want with greater ease and speed. So if you don't know me, my name is Sonia Miller. I'm a speaker, coach, and best-selling author, and I mentor ambitious, goal-oriented people to surpass their limits with ease and speed. And the way that I do this is I teach the one skill that most outcome-driven people are missing, and that skill is how to receive. Because one thing I've learned after 25 years, I've kind of lost count, of coaching ambitious, goal-oriented people, and I count myself as one of them, is that we have a very specific way of thinking and approaching our goals, which is much like the hunter. So we're really good at the doing skills, but we are less familiar with the being skills. And what happens is, if we're good at doing and we're not so good at being, when our dreams aren't coming true, we work even harder. In other words, we over-rely on the skills of doing. And what happens is that's good up to a point, but at some point when you're hitting that upper limit issue, it's the very thing that will undermine and sabotage your issues. And then you'll be stuck, always working hard on the hard work treadmill, as I like to call it, unable to stop all the hard work and actually tap into the being skill of receiving everything you've been working so hard for. So that's what we do here. We explore and learn about how to receive. So with that said, let's talk about this black and white thinking and green thinking. I like to talk about doing and being skills by using the metaphor of the hunter and the majestic tree. Today we're going to talk about it like the hunter and the farmer. So you're getting a little bit of a hint about what green means. The farmer is always looking for the green. So let's talk about this. So if you're in hunter mode, what you tend to do with your goals and dreams is you tend to do a lot of thinking, taking action, making plans and researching. It's very linear, and you relate to your goals and dreams like a target on the horizon. Okay. Now, when you've got a target and that's your measurement of success, what tends to happen, especially if you're in hunter mode, is you'll have blinders on. And so you will focus on the target with a very narrow focus to the exclusion of all else, which means you're kind of wearing blinders and you become unable to see all kinds of other things that could be useful, productive, helpful, and even really easy manifestations of the things you want. I often talk about the hunter who's so focused on the animal that they forget to look up and see that there's coconut trees and fruit berries and maybe even a care package that somebody left on your door, because you've got that tunnel vision. You got that single focus sort of a mindset. Okay. Again, that's good if you're in project manager mode, or you have a task that you really want to get done and you just need to focus. But when you don't really have that kind of focus and you don't have all the information, or you've got emotions and other sorts of things that are kind of making things blurry, you really need to know how to receive and how to tap into this other set of skills, because that's what allows life to become the provider instead of you being the sole provider. That's the stuff that dreams are made of. That's the thing that makes stuckness fall away, and barriers and blockages and information and insights and inspiration that you need for the dream to come true. Okay. It's the thing that, like the majestic tree, allows you to receive everything from life by hunting nothing, by strategizing nothing, by taking no action. The tree simply stands, and it's what I call a fortunate receiver instead of a hard worker, forever working hard. So the hunter then, when the hunter gets in black and white thinking, focuses on the goal or the target. And when you're focused that sort of way, what happens is that you look at it like, unless I have that thing, the goal, the prize, the finish line, I have nothing. Black and white. I either have it or I don't have it, which means that the hunter, by definition, most of the time doesn't have what it wants until it gets the thing. Then it gets the thing, it does a happy dance, it celebrates, it eats the food, and then back in hunting. So most of the time, the hunter is in, I don't have the thing. Now, in my world, what I teach from is your consciousness creates your reality. So if most of the time your consciousness is, I don't have the thing, most of the time you're going to experience and manifest not having the thing. That's the resistance that we're talking about. A whole lot of resistance. You wanting the thing and then not wanting the thing. Okay? So that's part of the black and white thinking. It keeps you in lack. It keeps you wanting. And it also keeps you focused on the future. So your thing is always out there in the future. But what you want is to receive it in the here and the now. So now let's talk about green thinking, or how the farmer looks at things. Okay. So hunter's in black and white. Hi, Kaya. And the farmer focuses on the green. The farmer sees green. So what does that mean? Well, the farmer plants the seeds. And if it sees any tiny bit of green, it's celebrating. The sprout coming through the earth is green. The leaf popping up is green. The green is growing more and more. So what that means is every bit of green, no matter how small, is evidence that the manifestation is happening. It's evidence that the thing you want is happening right here, right now. It keeps your consciousness in abundance. Oh my gosh, my little plants are growing, okay? In the energy of having versus wanting, like the hunter. It's also focused on expansion and growth because the thing is here now and it's growing more and more and more, and it keeps you in, it's happening right now. So the farmer focuses on green instead of black and white. And all of the consciousness of the farmer, the consciousness that creates, is abundance. I have it. It's growing, it's expanding, and it keeps you in the now. Okay, so the way to release resistance regarding this particular tip is, if you notice that you've got black and white thinking, all or nothing thinking, stop and notice, and then start paying attention to even the smallest bit of evidence. Baby steps are good, okay? Tiny little evidences, whether it's, oh, I just had a positive feeling. I had a feeling of inspiration or feeling of hope, or some little thing happened over here, or some little thing happened over there. So let's say you're focusing on wanting to manifest a relationship, right? Some people will focus on, well, I don't have the relationship, or I'm not married yet, so I'm a failure. Black and white thinking. It's not happening. Maybe it's never going to happen. But if instead you're looking for every little bit of evidence that something is happening, oh my gosh, I made eye contact with a really nice person at the store. That was that was surprising and nice. You receive that, like the farmer, the little green sprout, say, thank you, life. I accept and receive this. How does it get even better? Growth and expansion, right? You go on a date. Maybe it wasn't such a great date. Instead of being black and white about it, like, oh no, another date, it didn't go well. It's never going to happen for me. It's not here. It's probably never going to happen. Black and white thinking. You know what? I went on a date, and it wasn't too long ago that I wasn't getting asked on dates. So I receive these dates. That's sign and evidence that something is happening. How does it get even better than this? You see the little sprouts, you nurture them with your attention, and they keep growing. Okay, so that's my tip to you to release the resistance to shift from black and white thinking to green thinking, or all or nothing to little sprouts. Okay, a couple other tips that go with this. See every small thing as progress and evidence that your goal is manifesting. And here's the thing about manifestation: what you focus upon flourishes. If you want more of something, focus on the good, right? Think of that as fertilizer for the little green sprout. If you don't want something, don't fight it. That gives it lots of attention. Just take your attention off of it and look for the things that are happening. So with that, here is today's oracle card. This one's called Receive Everything as Sacred. Okay, so this ties into this idea of every little tiny piece of evidence. See this as good. Receive it as sacred, all of it, rather than this is good, this is bad. That just creates resistance and blocks the flow. And here's your affirmation that allows you to be an invitation, like the tree, like the farmer who's cultivating the land, is an eternal invitation rather than trying to hunt something down. I am willing to discover how I can receive more and better by letting go of the fight. The hunter replaces the sword with the rake, rakes the earth, prepares the earth, makes it an invitation for all of life to provide. Okay? I am willing to discover how I can receive more and better by letting go of the fight. So I hope you like this. If you did, please like, please share. It helps me reach the people that I'm here to serve. If you're on YouTube, click the red subscribe button. I'll let you know each time I release a video. And if you'd like to take some next steps to learn how you can receive more of what you want in life by unlearning struggle, if you think of yourself as an ambitious, goal-oriented person and you're ready to stop the hard work and tap into this skill that you might be missing, which is how to receive, then I invite you to either join the Receive community on Facebook. I'll include links above and below. The community is growing and we have all kinds of prompts and tips that help you each day to receive more, really practice that 3-step receive method. And you can also go to Amazon and get your own Receive Oracle cards. Lots of wonderful teachings and affirmations to help you bring this to your awareness, because awareness is the key to everything with receiving. So I hope you had a great day. Remember, you cannot receive what you most want if you don't know how to receive. That's what we do here. And I'll see you at the next video. Bye-bye.